Welcome back everyone to Total War Pharaoh part 13 of our Amenmesse campaign. The brand new Pharaoh now finds himself tested against the Lebu tribesmen, but we were able to recruit on in some of our lovely Pharaoh guards, so we've got legitimately the Pharaoh guard on in, as well as some of the royal archers, which are over here. You can finally get to see some of the most elite, at least the Pharaoh is the only one who is going to have access to these units, so as soon as you do become Pharaoh, or if you are the first commander, you do have a selection of these guys every single Shimsu War season, so we, becoming the Pharaoh though, have access to all of them. We've just grabbed the Royal Archers and the Chargers just to kind of make things a bit more even for us. We've set up a bit on the hill, we're going to try to push forward a little bit, that way the Lebu are all going to be fighting uphill, and we'll have our chariots kind of keep smashing in. Luckily, these are very light units, so our archers should make very aggressively short work of them. And thankfully, because there are a lot of them. Let's get moving towards the enemy here. It is very hot. We got to move quite aggressively over towards this hill here. Move the chariots over. Have them start harassing. They've got quite long range. They should do very well. Again, against the very, very low armor of the Lebu. They're going to send some swords after them. And honestly, any of the slings or swordsmen we were able to drop with our chariots are units they're not bringing over to the front lines, which is perfect. Keep in mind, those slings have a fair bit of range. Will be pretty mean to our light armored chariots there. If we're going to be able to take the entire hill. Fall back just a smidge. Have our chariots go into melee mode, that way I can give them a bit more precise orders, since if you give them the missile fire order, they still tend to charge in like crazies either way. Just stay close enough to harass the Lebu slings. Make sure we're using as much of our ammunition as we can. We'll watch to see if they react to us. Looks like we need to position quickly. Almost there. Their slings are going to start blasting away into our Kushite runners here.
Fighters of Nubia.
I'm going to go ahead and pull... We're going to leave them there, actually. Keep moving along next to the enemy lines. They're going to start launching away at us. As soon as our archers actually get into position, we are going to do the same. So everyone go after the slings.
For glory.
Are there any more slingers down in there? It looks like this unit of Lebu slings is still needing to be executed. Push the entire front line forward, and I'm going to bring the Pharaoh Guard out wide for a nice flank. Keep moving the chariots up. Getting some pretty aggressive bombardments in. We'll send the runners out wide. And as they close the gap, pull these lads back a bit so they charge into the right units. And we'll have the clubmen move up and start doing some serious damage. Looks like the slings are already fleeing. Clubs move in, start give them the old bonk of doom. We'll have to pull them away a little bit from those spearmen. Maybe you guys go duel with the tribe spears. Put those javeliniers there instead. We'll just have you guys come back around. Slingers. That's your target.
Kushites never miss.
Kushite runners go through the line. Looks like they're going to come on back around, so let's not go after them. We'll just swing the chariots around and smash into these Kushite runners. Oh, that's our own units. Amusing. Kushite runners, come on back. We've eviscerated this front line here. Getting shot at a bit by those slings in the back, so let's go ahead and pull them a little ways away.
On the move.
Get ready to charge them. We'll bring the spears out real wide.
Into position.
Clubmen, go ahead and charge up and meet these guys. Everyone focus down those Lebu slings in the middle there. You guys work together. Amenmesse, clobber this enemy lord. Okay, pull the chariots away. Here's you keep doing your thing. You guys come on through to help out. Find a unit and break them. Good old missile duels. You've got a lot of them down the hills here. And javelin men are, I mean, they're trying their best, but they're throwing uphill through their friendly units.
To battle!
We're going to leave them there. He's going to pull them on back, but we've got them broken. Runners, come on back. Now, it looks like the Libu have no backbone for a fight.
We will triumph!
We'll bring the chariots round then. Have them annihilate these spears that are left over. Use slings, harass those Libu tribes. There's all the archers in the back line. Deal with the overabundance of enemy javelin men there.
Destroy them!
See if we can locate the boy. He's in here somewhere. Stealing souls.
I will kill you for that!
Sounds like you will not. Actually, it looks like most of your army's running away. And there's the victory. It took him a second to actually call it.
Swing your slings!
Let's make sure our friendly archers are doing no
Aim true!
friendly fire damage after this third round. And I will catch you in a moment after rounding up all of the foolish tribesmen who wished to challenge Pharaoh. Yeah. Your doom. They've got a really cool symbol, though. Only 172 lost in the fighting, and we're going to send the desert tribes back to where they came from. Egypt is indeed powerful and merciful.
My influence grows.
I would agree. We can go to new ambition as well, lovely. As the new pharaoh. We can either reach for the cellar, which is not as fun as the stars. Conquer a region focusing on food for 3,000 food. A region focusing on bronze for some bronze, or have 10,000 gold for some gold prestige. Shine like the sun. I think we are lacking the most in food, so that's the one we're gonna go for. Conquer a region focusing on food, which is up here in Buhin quite a bit here, so that'll be. And
I will take what is owed to me.
I mean, Amenmesse, you should have gained some lovely skill points through defeating them, and we're gonna grab the "Do you know who you're fighting" ability, which is gonna drop morale by a further 10. We've got a nice negative 15% to our upkeep. Ooh, phantom armor. Gains unspottable. Intriguing. I would like them to know where Amenmesse is, but we can go for kind of a sneaky, maybe a sneaky archer style with one of our lord options here, except for it's interesting. I don't know if we've run into any ancillaries that are
Amenmesse,
Nubian bows or anything like that,
Pharaoh of Egypt.
which would be
Death
hopefully pretty
awaits
strong.
you.
We should be able to annihilate these poor fools with an auto-resolve. And back to these sands with you. Yeah. Just a few more slices for good measure. Hey, buddy. Your modesty has been destroyed as much as your soul.
Let them flee.
That's unfortunate. Let them flee.
Ruler of all.
I still see no more Libu spawning on in. It looks like the Luca wave is incoming. Oh, great. So I think we already read this one previously. They're not here yet, so we'll have to watch that. There's going to be more armies showing up. Well, that's fine. Amenmesse, you're going to go into March.
Prepare
And let's
to
start
move.
moving towards
Press on.
the Dungle Oasis for our war with the Western Desert Tribes.
Warrior of Nubia.
Medem, I would like to actually bring you
Hear me.
aggressively
Hear
up
me.
in towards this group. I'm sure they know we're moving towards them anyway. By our hand, we shall wrest civilization back from the brink. Again, I'm not going to move too much further ahead. We'll just stay in that position there.
God, Pharaoh.
And we have at any point kind of the Pharaoh units. Each Shimsuhor, I believe we have 2 of each of these guys, as well as our Kushite spearmen and archers that are coming in from our Kush position. We've got lots of extra units that we can recruit as long as we can actually afford them, which thankfully with all of our gold, we are pretty solid. Oh, lovely. We've actually unlocked our first royal power with 153 legitimacy here. Ozeret's starting to fall behind pretty aggressively, although all she needs to be a pretender is 114. Yoy. Okay, let's choose a royal power. We can go for court presence, which would allow us to have 2 out of the 5 positions in court. 4V labor allows the constructing buildings directly up to level 2 in settlements in a province. So you can skip level 1 entirely. Do these upgrade from there? Directly up to level 3 and reduces construction time by 1. So we might want to wait to just grab the tier 2 one, unless you have to kind of upgrade this as you go. You unlock 2 powers to start, and then you can upgrade them. Which looks to be the case. Force a faction with a limited number of regions to be annexed. A faction with 1 region can be annexed. That is crazy. Competency point. Idle workforce in the province of your choice, or instantly building. Let's go for competency, because that sounds great. I don't know exactly what it means, but we're getting a point to spend on characters every turn. Unless that's just skill points to use every turn, which also sounds great. We could go for court presence as well, just filling out more court positions. Having a network of vassals is going to be a little bit harder to actually maintain. Forced annexation sounds awesome, though. I'll let you all help me pick this one. What do you think we should go for? Court presence, Core V labor, growth migration, or forced annexation? I'll kind of linger on each, so that way you can kind of see. We've done it so for a little bit here. We've lingered on this enough, but you can see what each do. We've already gained the point to give us some competency. Oh, we're going to continue to mess that one up. I'm out of here before I make a bigger fool out of myself. We have used a competency point to spread across my characters. So what do I do with this?
Amenmesse, Pharaoh of Egypt.
What do we do with this? Oh, it's legitimately just a skill point. That is awesome. Okay, well, we're going to go for Amenmesse, because no one else deserves it. We're working towards... Benevolent to troops is quite expensive. We are working towards at least the Overseer of Gold. We've already got the 9 in terms of our presence. We just need to do so in Fortitude and Ardor. Which is up to 8. This position on each one we need to get to. I will go for some more movement. Good to me. We'll just use that to boost up Amenmesse to the sky. God, Pharaoh deserves it more than anyone else does. Here at Ramesses, I've actually thrown out the food building, funnily enough, and we are going to add on in the recruitment building for our infantry. That way we can start working up towards our Kapesh warriors. All of Amenmesse's troops actually have innate bow usage that they can go for. Pretty much every single one of them is going to have access to a ranged unit of some kind, or a ranged weapon of some kind. Which is hilarious. And here in Kawa, I am going to go ahead and throw in the fishing port, or the irrigation ditch, and we will do the food here instead. We do definitely need to claim some more food provinces. Now we're probably gonna go for wood. We can start buying plenty of the food off of fools. Everything is all built up on this side, and
Royal Prince.
we need a bit more workforce in Thez to take it up to the bronze working complex.
The fire
Oh, in that case,
of
let's
Nubia.
use our resources while we have them. Extra lumber reserve here, and I'm gonna go ahead and speed along the construction here, perhaps. What we did last turn is we just assisted the treasurer for 300 gold. We gained 100 regard with her. That way I can come on in and discredit her fully. Yeah. Enjoy.
I must say, I admire your strategy in navigating court.
Sure. And I'm not sure who's actually plotting against the Viceroy of Kush, but it appears that no one is currently. I'm not sure how that works. So let's actually speed along the food building then. And then for our final Thutmose action, we gain the Steady Guards. So for our final battle there, our enemies are going to have a negative 20 to their melee defense and 20% less melee attack for all of their units in the entire region, which is pretty much a death sentence on top of everything else here we've got. We've also got negative 10 morale and minus 5 happiness. When we do claim the settlement, we've got native support at tier 4, it looks as though, so we'll gain 9 extra happiness on conquering, which will help out a little bit. I do think you want to kind of balance it out more than we have, as you can get a fair bit of resources for conquering that settlement. Lots of stone and bronze. Although we're really making use of all of the extra reinforcements. Alright, sweet business. We'll swing into diplomacy real fast.
We bow no more.
You bow no more. I wouldn't mind you bowing a little bit. With the forced annexation, we could steal his lands.
I speak.
Really, no one wants any
others
deals.
listen.
But I'm so rich, and I'm the Pharaoh. I absolutely don't care. No one's impressed. I know I've got a tier available. We're gonna wait. I need the people to select for me. More or less a democracy. Okay, so that's that notification that never goes away, and then we've got a general not moved being a
Warrior
Amenmesse.
of Nubia.
I was really bringing him over to kind of keep an eye on the south part of Kawa here, since there's no real knowing when that other army is going to spawn in, which is a little bit concerning. This one gives us extra movement, so let's swing over here and grab this one. I guess it'd be smartest to come
Old
through
Kush
the
will
trade.
live in me.
We'll just gotta keep zooming around in March stance so he continues to become more ambitious. And that's quite. Let's come on back over to the Shrine of Anubis. We'll zoom back to
in
Kawa.
your hands.
Just kind of staying very central. We can react to threats pretty much wherever they pop up, unless they come over in the northern part of Napata. Then we'll have to summon in a new army. Okay, so back to Kawa with you.
Man the walls.
Beautiful stuff. Might drop off a few more of his soldiers in the forts that are around the area, but for now we'll swing on in and end the turn.
A crown. A
Civilization
throne,
prospers
an
in the
empire.
eastern lowlands. Don't believe that's us. Never seems to be. Royal decrees in effect, reverence, so now we are going to have a little bit less construction cost faction-wide for all administration centers in cult center settlements. So as we claim more cult centers, we'll actually be able to build things up there quite a bit faster, because the construction time is also decreased by 50%. We are moving through now towards, by my royal decrees, towards the Protect Against Dissent, which will give us 2 extra workforce growth per owned culture settlement. Seems pretty strong. Faction-wide growth, and we'll come on towards probably the administrative efficiency for a little bit of a drop to workforce cost for all of our management and administration buildings. I think from there we want to try to start creating our soldiers in whatever way we can. So coming on back through towards that power training mandate we were working towards. For now, though, that extra workforce growth.
Battle is my calling.
Don't see anyone at the moment. I'm going to go into an ambush
Lay low,
stance
Prepare for
right
anything.
next to their territory. We'll have Amenmesse come on up.
This should surprise them.
This should surprise
Worthy
them.
warrior.
Luca wave are incoming. More than a dozen strong armies have been spotted. They're strong, but they go after minor settlements. I'm sure this is going to be a fun wave. Alright, Amenmesse, you go ahead and activate.
Stand easy.
That's just morale. We don't need morale.
You have my loyalty.
We'll upgrade it. Says we need the extra bronze.
Firstborn.
And let's have you
son.
keep moving. I don't mind you going into
Get ready
March
to
stance.
march.
There's nothing these armies are going to be able to do that can take on these two at once. Unless they have 4 or 5 of them sitting over here. In fact, we can go for the old
A foolish venture.
March and ambush. Who are you guys at war
Gold
with?
paint doesn't make you a prince.
Gold paint does not make you a prince. Well, see, I'm the Pharaoh now, so I'm gonna demand a bit more respect. He's trading with a bunch of the other Western Desert tribes. We're starting off a pretty aggressive war here by kicking off with them. Let's do it.
Don't anger me, rich.
Don't anger me, wretch. Oh, I'm not trying to join war. I'm trying to declare war on you. After I kill you, I will learn the names of your... That's a aggressive threat, Jeffy. They're never gonna find you. Okay, before we end the turn and let Jeffy waddle on over to his doom. Finally back in the positive in terms of our food income, which is beautiful to see.
I'll prove myself.
Is partially because of our upkeep reduction, so we do have to keep that in mind. Let's zoom on over to this outpost, kind of ping-ponging through.
Glory, Becca.
We'll try to fill up all of these garrisons.
With me, brothers.
Hopefully no one tries to cross the desert and attack us from the other side there. We would be woefully unprepared. Just got a bunch of recruits in here. I don't mind just continuing to drop off recruits. Let's do so. The most elite recruits get sent to the fort.
Mighty
Ennismen
warrior.
again, then.
Stay
Instead of having
alert,
him go in
brothers.
march, we'll kind of pull to the shoreline here
Let's get going.
and go to recruit up
Make
some more
your
men.
name or die.
Make your name or die. And we'll start replacing his army up. Mercenary bowmen and slingers are the same, but the slings are not going to be as useful overall. Bushite armored archers are a bit overkill for us. I think we want one more chariot
When I
just for the
call,
army
you
itself. And then let's grab some... We already have two of the Nubian mercenary bowmen. Let's go for a third one in this army
You
as well.
better have strong nerves.
And then... I'd love to get some better front lines. That's what we're going to hold out for. Which we're here building over here. One turn till that's in. We've got 4 extra workforce. Let's spend some gold. And get this thing up to the tier 4 training complex. Getting our Kopesh warriors. Pharaoh must be defended by the very best. Extra farmland here in Kawa. It costs 700. I am not keen on that.
With the voice of the gods, I declare
Go ahead and make
this
sure... Oh, we
court
can't.
in session.
Undermine is at maximum level. You can't get it any higher than 85%, huh? Interesting. Well, I can snag the embezzlement and then blame her. I'd love to. We just probably won't. We probably won't succeed. So let's instead go ahead and make the request of piety here.
May the gods of Egypt smile on my generosity.
Thank you, sir. Even if that does decrease over time, we are at tier 3 for ISIS for the time being. It looks like tier 2 for Anubis, and just still tier 1 for Set. So we need to build a couple more shrines to the old boy. Buildings to do in Napata? We do indeed. More wood. I'd like to see green across the board here. It is beautiful. Let's get through these reminders here. Still need to conquer a food region. We're getting there. If we get up to the oasis, that'll be the food region. Here we go. Onward to liberty. Alright, Herkepta. Our peoples would prosper if we joined in friendship. He wants me to give him some of my bronze, and he'll provide wood every turn. You can leave. That's a terrible deal. Since clearly eludes you. And it might. He wants wood for a non-aggression. We can do that. Prove yourself wise. I am a wise pharaoh, thank you. Alright, quick jump cut, we had a call come on through, so it looks like our ISIS worship has gone on down. So do you only get that for a single turn? You do. That is the most unworth it ever. Unless you really need a god devotion for one of the battles, and you can't get one otherwise. That is really not worth it. You have to spend all of your regard, pretty much. You build up for a series of turns, and you get only for a single turn.
Pharaoh
Our plot was
commands.
successful, so she has been discredited. and he tried to and failed. Man, we got lucky because he's still building up quite aggressively. So he siphoned a little bit of Tazaret's skills. I'm gonna come on in and do the intrigue with this clown. So we'll just go for getting a bit of 80 regard with the vizier. Yes, and this will allow
You
us to
thrive
grab
here,
the
at the
connections
very
with him
heart of
next turn, and
civilization.
then start doing some really dangerous things, or at least making lots of buddies, greasing the palms.
Survived another day.
We did survive another day. Let's dive into
Death
this
to my enemies.
battle area over here. See where our foes are
Prepare
hiding.
for anything. Keep moving. Ever
We have no vision, and they can likely see us the entire way across. We can continue going for the Amenmesse march, other guy ambush strategy. I just don't know exactly how many armies these guys have managed to build up.
Don't anger me, Rich.
Strength rank is only 24. So they're probably not that powerful. They probably got a single army.
Courage is everything.
We'll move to the ambush position.
On my way.
We'll have Amenmesse come on
Ruler
past.
of all Egypt. March ahead.
We'll leave Amenmesse in March because he should be able to attack Wa next turn. Man, the fact that they've got that many lads, they're all hanging out in the fort.
Clearing a path to power.
Not actually that big a deal, though, because we can basically just attack the outpost, or at least wait for the outpost reinforcement to come in, slaughter them, and then turn to attack the army, which is what we're going to do, depending on what they send after us. They may send an army straight across, and then we'd be in trouble. We'll see.
Power and
The Luca are incoming, so let's continue to recruit up. Let's come on over across to
I ride
Ramesses.
the current of Egypt.
Looks like this game has the same issue where it's not going to path
The
you across
fire
water,
of
even if it's
Nubia.
faster.
Are you strong?
All
enough?
right, here we go. Kushite spearmen cost food. Do the Nubian spearmen cost? Gross, they cost bronze as well. Same amount of food, though. We could snag some Kushite runners, which are actually quite decent. So let's do so. We'll grab 2 of them.
Strong arms and stronger stomachs.
We can drop off some of these recruits over at the other side. Wouldn't mind, I guess, just recruiting up a couple of the Pharaoh Guard before the next Shimsu Horde. Oh, no, maybe you only get a limited number of these guys, period. Which would make a little bit more sense.
Spirit and pride.
Okay. So, at Napata proper, we just need the extra workforce. 1 at a turn, so we're going to go ahead and wait on that one then. Legitimacy is nice, but not as useful as the tier 5 building, even if it doesn't give us more civilization points. Alright. So, Kawa it is then, which is just the defense building. That's all we can build. That's what we're going to build, because it gives you a nice bump to happiness as well as the guard commanders are out making their rounds. Our slow march into the Libu territories continues. Power of the Crown, we're going to have to wait on that one a little bit here, and Napato, no, you're not going to convince me to waste my resources. Not this time. Beautiful. Now we'll come on over to Amenmesse, and we shall end the turn. Guiding hand, the last thing I'm sure either of us desires is a conflict of interest, dear friend. You better stop talking so casually with the Pharaoh here. Start a threatened plot against Tazaret, gain some gold, and lose a court action. I mean, yeah, let's do it. We'll work with you. Tazaret's the worst.
Ruler of Kush.
He was the first one to start a war with me for
Remain
no
vigilant.
reason. I'm over here being friendly. Shrine of Amun. So these lads are going to be quite elite. Let's see if they're defending the settlement. Get a bit closer.
Get marching.
Really? Brave enough to leave it to its own devices, are they? So where... Or maybe they're that scared.
Do not test my patience.
They're fighting all of the other invaders as well, so maybe they've been bogged down with that. I'm not sure. Either way,
Battle is my calling.
Let's have Amenmesse and company come on over. I'm actually going to leave these in, except for the shrine. Oh, never mind. We can just convert it on over.
Off we go. I won't hold
Because
back.
we can use these.
Taste my golden blade.
We go ahead and encircle, or we could just slaughter them with Amenmesse directly. Let's not just yet.
We will easily outlast them.
Dude,
I'll
easily.
prove myself.
You come on in here, stand next to
I'll get them.
our way station, which we're going to use next turn. So we
Time
attack the
to
settlement.
strike.
With 2 armies, we are going to overwhelm and destroy them. Let's see how bad the auto-resolve treats us here. Rather cool shield you have there, bud, but yeah. Everyone's got an Achilles. 540
man.
lost. I think we could have done better than that. Loot and occupied. Now we're just going to claim settlement as it
Occupy
is.
the city.
Beautiful. We actually get a fort to
The
start, which would be
gods
good
favor
to
me.
stand against the Luca wave, which are now invading. Well, I mean, you'd think they're going to come from only beyond the sea. It doesn't say that the Libu are rising up as well, so maybe we don't have to worry about the Western Desert Nomads.
Death to my
Famous
enemies.
last words.
My time is now.
Your time is now. I'm actually going to drop off these Kushite runners to the fort. Speedy two-handed spear chargers are going to be great. And then what else are they missing out on? Just some bowmen. And then
March.
one more recruit. Looks great to me. So you, sir, will go ahead and
I
head
stand
into...
unbroken.
Oh, you can't.
Line up. Let me see.
That's fine. Let's try out these Nubian swordsmen. What's the difference between the swordsmen and the clubs here? Clubs have more armor, more morale, more attack, more defense, and armor piercing damage. They also cost a little bit more, so it's almost like 3 bronze more. These lads also have a bow and arrow. That's where they come in handy. Okay, so we'll grab some Nubian
I
swordsmen
need
then.
more blades.
We do need more blades. You were already rolling with 1 unit of Royal Kapesh guards. So Hen has met the loyal. Let's just give you... Who are you rolling with archer-wise? 2 Kushites. 2 Nubian longbows. Mercenary bows, which is the native equivalent. So maybe we just go for more armored archers. Grab both of these guys. Get
Hard
them on in.
men for a hard job.
Hard men for a hard job. Well, that's what we were missing out on, was the Kushite runners. We'll grab 1 more of those, and we'll be real good to go with this army here. Napata can go up to tier 5. The Vizier's Palace is beautiful. 1,300 to instantly construct. Not going to do so. We are now at 1,900 loss in food, which is gross.
The fire of Nubia.
So we need to get back to filling our upkeep production whenever we can. Claiming Wa, we'll go ahead and throw into the bronze furnace. Workforce growth, I'm going to delete. Use Prior Stand gives us even more influence in this area. Probably not a good call. Let's just go for upgrading Wa to tier 3 again. That way we can make sure it can defend itself.
Glory beckons.
Go ahead and supply your army. I'm going to go ahead and change this way station. Convert this to a Shrine of Set. Let's change this way station over to the upkeep production one, and we'll kind of both smack that one as we leave next turn, which should help out our food issues here.
I will carve out a
Here we
legacy.
go. Finally, some positive things going on. We can make some deals
I
with
look
Wasa.
forward to our talks.
Can you give me some food? 2,000 of it. Oh wait, I'm giving you food. That's incorrect. You're not even willing to give me 200? Okay, so 2,000 food, and then I'll give you, say, 100 gold. Ooh, even less. Sweet. 80 gold. And 25 bronze. We have ourselves a deal.
Agreed.
It's
I
like
fight
no more
For
non-aggression pact
Pharaoh's
signed.
glory.
Docula's thinking about it. We
In the
need
name-
trustworthy lads
For
in position here.
Pharaoh's glory.
We can go ahead and sign a peace treaty with
Pharaoh
these
had better make this worth it.
nublets. He's trading with Super Liliuma. Probably a good idea to be on good terms with the Great King of Hadi. So let's go ahead and propose that, and you give us, what, you don't care about stone so much? How much stone do you have? 2,000? Negative 54. Okay, then. 1,500. 1,000. And then I'll give you, like, 100 gold. Oh, just kidding. Okay, so we're gonna give you 100 gold, and then we're gonna go, how much stone do you have, good sir? Yes. I don't really care so much if you have the means to wage war. He doesn't care about bronze at all. Oh, he does want bronze. It's just not gonna be enough. Okay, so let's go for 200 gold and say 250 bronze. And then a wee little bit of our wood. Barely a just the tip. Got him.
May we both benefit.
May we both benefit. I mean, I've got a huge store of stone now. Sweet. From enemies to friends in half a second. Utmo's unassigned skill points. Good stuff.
Viceroy of Kush.
Amenmesse, let's keep you going towards the how far you can move. Improve your order there. And then for our other lords, looks to be Amenmesse. We'll give you the final kind of upkeep buff, which will also improve our influence in the area. Very necessary. Scout. Probably not. Got the fierce armor currently. I actually kind of like that. So we're going to leave you as is. We've got no new cool weapons or armors or shields. We need to slay our foes and hope they have some for us.
Battle is my calling.
You just stay here.
I'll prove myself.
Probably shouldn't have
worthy.
moved you.
Get
Gotta
ready
keep
to
you
move.
next to the settlement. Perfect stuff. Turn is again ours. One of our barter agreements has worn on out. I still see no tribesmen. Things are clear for now. 1,000 to complete this immediately, and I think we
Here I go.
will. We have
On
3
my
extra
way.
workforce to use. So we can come on in here and grab an extra food building if there's any available. The answer is there's not, but we can go for the grain pots. 20 additional food in this province, or 20% more. We could also just go for the summer festival grounds for even more food every... Is it specific season? Shimu season? Yeah. Or we could grab a Temple of Set, so that way we can get an actual general devoted to him. This sounds perfect, so we're gonna go ahead and devote
Death to my enemies.
in his met to Set. For our world freeze, we can come on and back. Improvement cost faction wide. Ooh, upkeep production for tier 3 units. That is amazing. We can just go for that from here. Okay, Wisdom of the Years it is, then we'll come on back over and finally go ahead and grab our training mandate power. Tier 3 units being cheaper is beautiful. So you come on back over to
Bless my path.
pray to Anubis. We need to also drop your upkeep where we can.
I am in your hands.
And then what else would we really add to this army besides those Kushite runners? I'm thinking nothing.
Marching on.
We'll come on over, grab the
Make your
Kushite
name
runners.
or die. When I call, you answer.
In fact, we'll go ahead and kick out another one of these guys, and I'm just going to go ahead and disband this unit. We'll
You
grab another
better
Kushite
have
runner.
strong nerves.
Beautiful. And then we'll position ourselves for our war with Buhin. Can't ask for those barter agreements back? I thought we could. Oh, here we go. Inspired barter, you just go in there and click on them. I offer you gold, you offer me stone. How about you offer me a little bit more stone? Indeed. Yeah, 330 a turn sounds great.
Now that is to my advantage.
So you believe. We'll back up one out of here. I grabbed that other, Oh, the deal's gone. How sad. That's fine. We come into our court. We go ahead and continue to siphon. We're currently threatening Tazeret. Removes her fully. Okay, that's the one we're gonna have to focus fully on that then.
I see you choose your allies wisely.
Oh, exactly. That is 100% what I do. Go ahead and request those connections.
There is aid in Egypt for those who ask for it.
I agree. We only gain 2 actions. I thought it was 3. Interesting. We will go ahead and then assist the High Priest of Amun.
You move through court so gracefully,
Assassinate the
my
Vizier.
friend.
Not what I'd like to do. We're going to go ahead and gossip with him. And I will grab
You
an
are wise to
assassination
come to me.
option
I am
perhaps
a
later
valuable
on.
friend to have.
He's a valuable friend to have. Alright, well our provinces are all built up. We just need to start claiming some land ourselves now. Over into Thez and Wa. We need to increase our influence in the area. And upgrade the bronze as well. And I'm going to go ahead and speed along the bronze immediately. That way we know exactly how much we can
Amenmesse, Pharaoh
take
of
advantage
Egypt.
of. Reduce upkeep. Exactly what we want, and I will speed that along immediately. Same thing with the Shrine to Anubis. Let us ping pong on up towards the
Ruler
enemy.
of all Egypt,
Release the southern port at the
Amenmesse.
moment.
Aid me in my vengeance.
We're gonna pray a set.
Fortune
We're gonna keep
ahead.
on moving.
Battle
Dropping
is
upkeep
my
for both of
calling.
these armies is gonna be fantastic.
Bless my path.
Down to
divinity.
500 negative.
Rightful heir of
This is
Egypt.
another Shrine to Amun. Are they just hiding in the oasis, waiting for us to come to them? I guess we'll find
The
out.
sand will claim your corpse.
Stack it for gold and bronze. We're just gonna go ahead and raise it. Keep moving on through.
Moving on.
No rest.
Mighty warrior.
And as they continue to move, our forts are all manned up as much as we can.
Courage is everything.
Perfect. Both of these actions are going to continue to bother us until the end of time, likely. One final check into diplomacy.
I fight
Looks like
for my brothers.
Pharoah is willing to get a non-aggression with us, and they are trading with the other tribes. That's probably a good idea.
You can talk until my new hunting bow is finished.
Sounds good. And then we hunt my enemies. He doesn't care about stones, so how much are you willing to give me? Maybe 50? 75? How much are you willing to give your new pharaoh? Ooh. Generous soul. Maybe not so generous. 141 will do.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
I fight for Egypt.
Okay. Well, now we are at least less chance of being attacked from other sides there. We can focus fully on the Dungle. Rest in peace, the Dungle tribe. Got some new recruits on in, and all of our buildings are chugging on along.
Pharaoh.
Let's see who's hiding in Timpa.
Press on.
No one? How are there 17 soldiers out with the garrison fort again? Okay, well this is one we
I'll
will
prove myself worthy. Without
likely
mercy,
also auto-resolve.
death awaits you.
Okay, so I'm not going to do yet. We'll circle up,
They can starve.
bring the
their
other army
land
in,
long. Death to my
and this is
enemies.
the end for the pretty
To
much the
my
end for the
destiny.
Dungle. They are definitely hiding in their oasis, waiting for us to show up. Okay, well while they get a raid for battle,
The fire
we will
of
bring
Nubia.
Sehenizmet. See, no Libu. I will bring Sehenizmet over to
I am in your
this
hands.
area here, this crossing.
I'll get there.
I'm glad to hear it. You'll get there and you'll go into march stance.
Into your positions.
That way you can try to become more ambitious. plot against ourselves. Plotting against the Pharaoh. That is quite foolish. We're going to
Do
continue
you
to
seek
increase
to
how
make
much we
use
can
of my advice?
threaten Tazeret. Looks like it can't go any higher. Tier 5 looks to be the highest tier. Oh, I'm wrong. Tier 6. Guess we'll see once we max this out. And if you read, you can see that it is maxed out. So 5 is the final tier for your plots. 72% chance, huh? That is just from her legitimacy in general. Interesting. Well, save our gold a bit. So we can go for several of them all at once. Construction in Napata is available. We'll go ahead and take set up to tier 2 of a temple. Thought we'd have enough to actually devote someone. We need 250 for that. I don't even think that's going to be enough, so we'll just wait. I won't spend the gold on speeding that one along either. Okay, perfect. Back up to Amenmesse. Let's go ahead and wipe out Timpa.
I won't hold back.
Fortunately, this looks like it's going to be a absolute smashing. You know what? Let's fight us some more Libu. See what they have, what it takes to take down 500 of our men, same as last time. War. Alright, we've got sweltering to a sandstorm. Looks like a great time for a battle. And our reinforcements are on that side. Theirs are over here. So it looks like where we are going to set up. So you go chariots on both sides. And then we'll deploy the clubs up front. Don't know that we even need all these guys, but we'll bring them all back either way. All 3 of these archers. Slings as well. We'll let the armored archers and the royal ones go bother the garrison. Start doing some picking off of the enemy slings. This is what we'll do with other slingers. What am I on about? Armored archers back here are the most useful. Perfect. We've got all of our reinforcements coming to overwhelm the actual garrison defenders. So archers, armored Kushites. We'll just kind of deploy here and over here. Chargers can kind of roll with them. The runners over here. One of them going well around. Perfect stuff. So we've got all of our mainline infantry with Amenmesse. Speedy boys with chariots. And the normal archers, which we'll put in guard mode so they don't sprint into their doom. That's beautiful. Let's get it started. Oh no. Retreat.
Fight as one.
Got a little bit spicy quite quickly. Those Libu chargers are not weak. They're quite dangerous. We're going to go ahead and blast away at these archers here. You charge this group down. Keep annihilating those desert raiders after going after the slings. Our reinforcements are here as well. Oh no, they got caught. Run, run, run. Guys, go all the way back. Keep blasting on this unit here. Keep bringing these chariots back, and we'll have to come on over to the other group. Who's reinforcing kind of split. Coming on out to meet us. That's incredibly foolish. Are they on all sides here? When our slings are getting attacked. That was something we could have probably avoided. Over then, archers. Yeah, slings probably could have avoided all that damage there. Oh, the chargers are coming back to hit our archers. Bit disorganized here, and we're gonna pay for it.
Fight for Pharaoh.
You guys move all in to get this group. Do the same. Come over quickly. Go ahead ahead and overwhelm this unit here. Take more losses than we would have wanted to.
You'll die! Unleash the stones!
Unleash your stones. Our archer teams are going to get savaged by the enemy general, unfortunately.
Onwards!
See any of the cool
Meet your end!
fighting animations. Yeah, give him the bug. We are here to apply a hefty dose. A lethal dose, if you will. Chariots are running down the enemy general. Hopefully they saved a few of the bowmen. Supposed to be around 100 of them. I mean, it looks as though we have conquered most of these sides here. Those Pharaohs. There's so many units. Where's Pharaoh's guard? There they are.
Aim and shoot!
I mean, he ran in, got chopped, and he is leaving. That works for me. Bodies all over the place. Yeah. Another desert tribe army falls, and actually our troops held in a lot better than I would have expected. Great melee defense on our archers. Hello, Murphy. Small cat has decided she needs to sit on the lap. Is interrupting recording like a champion. We're gonna power on through. We're gonna claim Timpa.
Occupy the city.
Well, it looks like they are up here hiding from us.
The
Yeah, indeed.
gods
Ahi.
reward determination.
Well, we'll leave one army back to kind of duel with Ahi, but I bet he's gonna just kind of stay there. This is yet another way station. Gives us some influence in the province and gives us some desert attrition immunity. Or we can snag the Shrine of Isis and not have to worry about desert attrition at all. Sweet. Well, that's a little bit further down south than I would have probably wanted. That's all right. Way station then keeps us from desert attrition in the area. We'll probably keep it. That way we can actually defend against the Libu.
Warrior of Nubia.
We'll just bring you to the other side of the
To my
settlement.
destiny.
Thank you, sir. Is that not strong enough
I
for us
will
to gain a
take
skill?
what
Yes.
is owed to me by any
So
means.
let's go ahead and snag secondary ability. Realize we didn't even use our other one. It's a really small kind of faded icon. You have to really know it's there. Let's start working through. Charge though for anyone. Charge speed, charge bonus. Which gives you extra movement on sea and land for the bodyguard unit. That's slightly confusing, so we get to move. Oh no, I'm combining things. It'll also give our army more speed. We'll snag this one for now, then we'll kind of start coming on up towards tier 9 for this one. Perfect. Well, he's not going to be able to be a friend of the commoners, sadly, but he will be the overseer of gold, which is all we really care about. What can we do to increase Timpa? It has the native muster field, so we can get some Libu. They didn't really impress me all that much. Amenmesse's Nubian and Kushites are much better. I will probably put in the native building here in the Dungle, though, because I would love to have a kind of area for them to be recruited from. Looks like take Timpa up to tier 3. But a bastion for our Libu sound great. Dungle Oasis seems like the best place to do so.
Ruler of all Egypt.
All Egypt. Love to start up another war with Buhin. How many turns until we're allowed to do so? I'm sure they've got a nasty army.
The fire
They came back
of
down with
Nubia.
some pretty scary troops the first time. We'll wait on that one then. Actions. Same ones we've been sitting at and staring at for a while now. Construction is complete across the Empire for the most part. I don't want to spend my gold there. Not even a little bit. Excellent. Yep. Zoom on in, we'll have ourselves another turn. Ability in the eastern lowlands, is that us? It says we've been blessed, let's find out. One into the Pillars of Civilization, which appear to be almost dropping into collapse. There's lots of cult centers that have been dropped down to tier 3. And I have the only one at tier 5. Well, that's not me at all. Tell me we have been blessed.
Warrior of
Pure
Nubia.
lies and propaganda. Well, let's go ahead and see. Are you guys at war with
You'd
anyone?
best not be here to take from Nubia as you have from Kush.
Doesn't look like it. Egyptians are all getting along, which is not good for business. Districts we can build here. We can build up the stone carvers one. Lovely obelisk. Which is what we should be looking at over here in Kerma, huh? Where's our stone settlement? Is this one with the happiness? See you later. We need to build in a obelisk over there. Yeah, well, in Timpa, we'll go for the stone carvers district for more stone and a drop in construction cost. I'll speed this along so we have the better garrison. They're going to continue to try to skirt. What's a different desert tribe?
Amenmesse,
Alright, Amenmesse.
Pharaoh of Egypt.
See who's hiding in the oasis.
All
There's
Egypt.
only 13 defending the oasis itself.
Stay out of sight.
Do a bit of an ambush. And we'll do the same thing here
I'll
with
prove myself worthy.
Medem. Ambush, wait for them to come to us. Would like to see if they try to take back Timpa.
A crown,
We can snag
an empire.
royal units anytime we need to, but our food is really, really suffering. We need the oasis quite badly.
The fire of Nubia.
Napata could take the Palace of Correspondence for some more legitimacy. Sounds good to me. Talsred is trying her best. She's just not quite... doesn't quite have it. Sweet. We need to save some of our gold up then.
Courage is everything.
If anyone, Sahenizmet's going to get better troops once we have a bit more food production. In the meantime, you zoom on over, just going to keep making sure your trade is all good. We can hit the Shrine of Anubis as well. One back over. These are both Shrines of Anubis. We'll just bonk this one then.
Hear me. Hear me.
Hear me, hear me. Then we'll come on back. Still in
I'll
March.
get there.
Let's not go all the way past this little circle, so he has some reinforcements,
March.
just in case. Okay, so we've got our court action.
With the voice of the gods,
Can't
I
increase
declare
that
this
one. We
court
can
in session.
fully stop this plot. Although we have a couple turns to figure out who it is. Let's see who plots against Pharaoh.
I knew there was a reason
He's in the middle of blackmailing someone. Okay, we'll have to find out then next turn. We guessed poorly. Let's see about one more guess then. Come into court. We guessed the first commander. We're wrong. Let's see if it's the Vizier. Ah,
Egypt stands stronger when her
it
children
is the
are
Vizier. He's
united.
trying to blackmail us. 29% chance to succeed. He's not doing very good. A guiding hand. So they want to start a blackmail plot against the Vizier, and we'll get a bit of gold. We lose one court action. That's actually just fine. Let's just start up another plot.
God, Pharaoh,
We are a very conniving Pharaoh.
remain vigilant.
Scoot forward. No one is defending the oasis. That's how you wish for the settlement to fall? Okay.
Gold can buy the very best.
If you wish. Let's go ahead and I think grab maybe one more Pharaoh Guard in replacement for one of these Kushite runners. We won't yet.
True
I'm just gonna go
Pharaoh.
ahead and attack the oasis.
Time to strike.
We'll surround this. I'm keen on
They cannot hide.
fighting the battle no matter what. They've got Libu hunters, slings, just a bunch of Libu. Nothing really to be scared of. Let's set up the siege towers. 4 of those guys, and a battering ram. Those sounds good.
We
Need a
will
siege.
easily outlast them. Power
We'll
and
bring
pride.
this army over.
Stay alert, brothers.
Have them drop off some Libu into Zeus garrison. Have them drop off some of these tribes here. All 4 of the tribesmen.
Move out.
Perfect. And then we'll have him just do some more recruiting.
Mighty warrior.
Just more of those Libu
I
tribesmen.
need more blades.
That makes Timpa a much more aggressively hard target for them to crack. And we'll go ahead
Survived
and throw in
another
the
day.
bronze district here in Wa as well. There's one of the... That's not even... Although that is one of the Dungle. He's in by himself. Well, they did go for the old try to blitz past us. Problem is... I think our settlements can hold against you. Taking attrition to your general, so you gotta wipe him out and the rest of your troops flee. Interesting strategy. Over in Kerma. Oh, can we already throw in the obelisk? Absolutely. 2 legitimacy, 3 happiness, 6 influence, and 2 happiness in adjacent provinces. Egypt resplendent. Let's say this man hasn't been moved.
My time is now.
Actually, we can probably send him over to scare them off, can't we? We're not going to start up a war with these clowns just yet. Although, you know what?
Prepare for
Let's
anything.
be arrogant.
Despite your riches,
I declare war on you.
still
Do I
have
get in
more
trouble?
enemies than gold.
Do I get in trouble? Oh, well, it didn't give me the "Are you sure" this time, so clearly no, I'm not going to get in trouble.
Renowned.
I was kind of banking on the "Are you
Death
sure?"
to my enemies.
Someone up and sack this outpost then and pull back, or at least set up in a ambush stance. So we'll go ahead and sack it.
With me, brothers.
Can we raid while we're here? No is the answer. Come to
On
this
my
position
way.
and go into an ambush. Yeah.
This should surprise
Kima
them.
has 17 defenders, but I think we have more than what we need to break them. More than what we need to break them. Alright, well... I like instantly building things. There's just no real reason to do it. Unless we're going for the bronze. Such as over here in Wa. Got all the extra bronze kind of laying around. Once our war with the Dungle Oasis kind of ends, we can... Then we don't have to worry about Buhin, but we can kind of consolidate our plans from there. Right, harvest season once more, and they let a army of 1 sack both of these outposts. Oh no, not both. Still, this is an army of 1. That shouldn't be scary to absolutely anyone. Libu composite bowman. Okay, that's a little bit
The
concerning.
struggle never ceases.
That's a little bit concerning. There's now an army built up in Shima.
A risk-taker army.
Seteru.
Battle
Let's
is
pull
my
back
calling.
into friendly territory next to our fort here. Come on.
Stay
Cross
alert,
the crossing.
brothers. I ride the current of Egypt.
Current of Egypt.
Shemsuho must commence. Pharaoh commands it.
Pharaoh commands it.
Spirit
We'll
and
go into an
pride.
ambush here instead, so if they want to kind of come on through, they're going to have a bad day no matter what. I'm going to instantly complete the obelisk because I can.
It is time
Well, there's
to
no more
survey
treasurer
the
now.
mighty
I
administration
mean,
of
I'm not
Egypt.
allowed to claim the position, but it's good to see that Pharaoh has been removed. Darn right. Our blackmail failed against this clown, so we're going to lose a little bit of legitimacy. And, but there were other blackmail attempts that were successful. He succeeded with a 29% chance. Good for you, buddy. Gained some extra regard with Pharaoh. I'm going to remember it forever, though, so hopefully it was worth it. Alright, though, with that, I am out of time for today. I have been at Space Wizard Total War. Remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub god. I'll see you all in the next one.